On the coast of Veracruz, between sugarcane fields and tropical rivers, lies a story few know, but one that deserves to be told. San Rafael, Veracruz, a Mexican village with a French soul, a place born from pain, hope, and the bravery of families who left everything behind to start anew on the other side of the world. Champlitte, France, year 1832. The region of Haute-Saône suffers from hunger, agricultural crisis, and extreme poverty. The Napoleonic Wars and industrialization have left thousands without land or future. Among the families, a rumor spreads. Mexico offers land to those willing to cultivate it. Among them, Jean Dumas, a widower with 3 children. Émile Lagarde, a young baker. Antoine Maupin, an artisan. Louis Gachet, a carpenter. Helene Renaud, a seamstress. All from Champlitte, all with nothing left to lose. Le Havre, France, year 1833. More than 80 people board ships to Mexico. The journey lasts weeks. Fevers, hunger, seasickness. Some children die at sea, others are born aboard. Upon arriving in Veracruz, there is no rest. On foot and by carts, they continue overland and by river to the coastal jungle of Nautla. Mosquitoes, heat, snakes, but also hope. The French settlers established themselves in Jacaltepec, a jungle area along the Nautla River. But the dream soon faces challenges. Malaria, floods, and the lack of legal land titles turn hope into uncertainty. For years, they live under harsh conditions, surviving through their determination and collective labor. However, the need for stability and legal property becomes urgent. Behind the French migration to Mexico were also economic and business interests. Entrepreneurs like Stéphane Lestano, François Montoriol, and Jules de Cecina actively promoted agricultural colonization in the state of Veracruz, seeking skilled labor to develop the virgin lands of the region. These French entrepreneurs, in collaboration with liberal Mexican authorities and local officials, created networks of contact between Champlitte and Veracruz, partially funded the journeys, and provided idealized information about the opportunities in Mexico. Although not all their plans succeeded, their role was key in persuading dozens of families to embark on the unknown. Year 1867. Rafael Martínez de la Torre, a Mexican lawyer, acquires large tracts of land on the left bank of the Nautla River, including Zapalotes, Paso de Talaya, and El Mentadero. Seeing the efforts of the French settlers, he offers them land at affordable prices and payment facilities. In 1874, the purchase-sale agreement is formalized. The French settlers found a new settlement and name it San Rafael, after their benefactor. There, on fertile land now legally theirs, they can finally put down roots. The Dumas family. Jean worked 14-hour days with his children. His eldest daughter, Louise, learned Nahuatl to trade with the indigenous people. Jean died of malaria, but his grandson became the first bilingual teacher in the village. The Lagarde family. Émile opened the first bakery. He used yeast brought from France and baked in stone ovens. His bread became famous among the indigenous and Creole people. Today, his name is still associated with the local bakery. The Maupin family. Antoine carved the beams of the San Rafael church. His son Pierre was a photographer and documented village life in the early 20th century. His archive is still preserved in private homes. The Renaud family. Helene sewed dresses for women in Veracruz. She taught sewing to the village girls. Her granddaughter founded a small women's school in 1894. The Gachet family. Louis was one of the first to cultivate vanilla using French techniques. He died in a flood of the Bobos River, but his agricultural legacy remains. The Pragada family. They stood out in rural and cattle management. One of their descendants was a pioneer in introducing agricultural machinery in the region. The Capitain family. They founded a night school for adults, teaching Spanish and French to workers and children who lacked access to formal education. The Millot family. They specialized in traditional medicine and herbalism, combining French knowledge with indigenous healing practices. Life was tough. Malaria, cyclones, isolation. But there was also community. Masses were celebrated in French. Accordion dances were held. Cheese was made using recipes brought from Champlitte. Bread was made with French yeast. French was spoken at home until the mid-20th century. The settlers faced the pastry war and the French intervention with suspicion from Mexicans, but they obtained safe conducts from the government to continue living in peace. Today, San Rafael preserves its unique architecture, a blend of Veracruzano and Burgundy styles. Its surnames remain present. In its cuisine, France still lives: water bread, cheese, liqueurs, sausages. Every year, the Franco-Mexican Festival is celebrated, where descendants honor their ancestors. San Rafael is not just a village. It is a time capsule, a testament to resistance and adaptation. Many young people are unaware of their grandparents' history, but little by little, it is being recovered. Cultural tourism, family archives, and schools are rescuing the legacy. Among the descendants of the French families who settled in San Rafael today, several notable figures stand out. For example, Genevieve Barraud Suberville, a descendant of the French settlers, is one of the founders of the French Roots in Mexico Association, an organization dedicated to preserving this rich cultural heritage. This association plays a key role in connecting descendants and recovering the history of these migrants in Mexico. This is not just the story of a village, it is the story of how a country is built. With pain, with hope, with brave migrants who left their roots in a distant land. San Rafael, Veracruz, is living proof that Mexico was made with many bloodlines, and one of them comes from Champlitte. If this story moved you, share it. Let the world know Mexico's French heritage. Because to remember is also to resist. America 360.